The ring is quiet when Muhammad Ali lowers his hands. Not playful quiet, not showman quiet. A waiting quiet. 300 people feel it at the same time. The air tightens. Someone shifts their weight. Someone stops breathing. Ali stands still, chin open, eyes steady, the world's fastest heavyweight choosing not to move. Across from him, Bruce Lee does not bow, does not smile, does not prepare, he simply looks, not at the crowd, at Ali. 4 seconds stretch longer than they should. Long enough for doubt to creep in, long enough for confidence to wobble, long enough for silence to become pressure. Ali says only 2 words, "Hit me." Bruce does not answer. He steps once. The room changes before the strike ever comes. Whatever happens next will not look dramatic. But nothing in that room will ever return to where it was. The invitation does not come politely. It lands heavy, spoken aloud where confidence expects laughter in return. Muhammad Ali steps into the ring and does not raise his fists. He lowers them, lets them hang. The gesture alone quiets the room. This is not defense. This is permission. The crowd senses it immediately. A challenge offered without movement is more dangerous than one thrown with force. "Hit me," Ali says. No insult follows, no laughter, just those 2 words, dropped into the space like a weight. Bruce Lee stands outside the ropes when the words reach him. He does not look surprised. He does not react at all. If anyone expects refusal, they do not get it. If anyone expects anger, it never appears. Bruce steps forward without hurry, slips between the ropes, and stands still. That stillness unsettles people more than defiance would have. The distance between them is wrong. One man built for arenas, noise, momentum, the other smaller, quiet, unannounced. The contrast invites judgment, whispers ripple outward, some lean forward, some lean back. A few already decide how this will end. Ali smiles once, brief and controlled. This is familiar territory for him. Pressure sharpens him. He has lived his life inside moments like this. He wants the room to see how confidence behaves when it is untouched by doubt. Bruce does not mirror the smile. His hands remain loose at his sides. His breathing is even. He does not square up. He does not test the floor with his feet. He does not offer a pose the crowd can read. That is the first shift. A referee steps closer than necessary, not to intervene, to witness. The ring lights hum. Somewhere someone clears their throat and immediately regrets the sound. The air thickens, not with noise, but with waiting. Ali taps his own jaw lightly. Once, an invitation repeated without words. Bruce looks at the spot Ali touched. Then he looks back into Ali's eyes. He does not nod. He does not answer. The silence stretches, and something subtle begins to change. Confidence remains, but certainty wavers, not fear, awareness. Bruce takes one small step forward, not into range, into possibility. No strike follows, not yet, and in that pause, the room realizes something has already shifted, even before anyone moves again. The room knows before anyone says it out loud. This is not an exhibition. This is not a joke that wandered too far. Something fragile has formed in the space between the ropes, and everyone feels responsible for not breaking it. The arena is not full, but it is crowded in a way that matters. Trainers stand with arms crossed, weight shifted back on their heels. Fighters who have lived by instinct suddenly find themselves still, watching instead of reacting. A few people near the ring edge stop whispering altogether. Silence spreads unevenly, like a shadow. There are no cameras raised, no flashes. This was agreed upon quietly, deliberately. What happens here is meant to be seen, not recorded. That knowledge settles into the room and changes how people breathe. Witnessing becomes a burden. Bruce stands inside the ring now, the ropes behind him forgotten. He does not test the canvas. He does not glance around. The crowd exists, but it is not where his attention rests. His focus stays narrow, precise, on distance, on timing, on the man in front of him. Ali feels the shift too. He does not move his feet. He keeps his hands down. But the rhythm he usually carries, light, playful, untouchable, slows. He stops bouncing, his shoulders settle. The showman steps aside without announcing his exit. Someone near the front swallows hard. Another folds their arms tighter. A third steps half a pace back, as if distance might offer safety from what is coming. The referee looks from one man to the other. He has overseen chaos before. He has counted bodies off the canvas. This feels different. There is nothing to manage yet, and that unsettles him more than action ever could. Ali's eyes remain steady, but they are no longer scanning the room. They lock on to Bruce with focus sharpened by curiosity. This is not dismissal. This is assessment. A recognition that the moment has weight. Bruce remains quiet. That quiet does work. No instructions are given. No rules restated. The absence of structure becomes its own structure. Each second stretches, thick and deliberate. Time does not rush them forward. It waits to be invited. A breath moves through the room. One breath, shared, unplanned. Then another. People do not realize they are sinking to the same rhythm until they already have. Nothing has happened yet, but everyone understands the truth forming beneath the stillness. Whatever follows will not belong to rumor or performance. It will belong to the people standing here watching without blinking, and once it arrives, it cannot be taken back. They think they understand him because he is small, because he does not announce himself, because he does not fill space with words or gestures, because he does not look like danger. Bruce Lee has learned this lesson many times. In many rooms, the misreading always arrives before the moment does. People measure what they can see. Height, reach, weight. They look for tension in the shoulders, a tightening of the jaw, a ritual that signals intent. When they do not find it, they assume absence means weakness. Bruce gives them nothing to correct. He stands with his spine relaxed, knees soft, feet planted without ceremony. There is no stance to admire, no posture to analyze. If someone tried to describe what he is doing, they would struggle. That struggle is the point. Across from him, Ali watches without smiling now, not suspicious, curious. He has faced fear dressed as bravado, and bravado pretending to be skill. This is neither. What he sees instead is stillness that does not ask permission. A few people near the ropes exchange glances. Someone whispers Bruce's name, then stops, as if saying it might disturb the balance. Another person shakes their head once, already convinced this cannot end well. They are not cruel, they are human. They trust size because size has protected them before. Bruce hears none of it. His attention is inward, but not abstract. He is not thinking of philosophy or proving anything. He is listening to breath, to space, to the subtle tension that lives just beneath movement. His face does not change because nothing inside him needs to. That is the second shift. Ali takes in the quiet and adjusts without realizing it. His chest expands with a slower breath. His chin lifts a fraction, then settles back to neutral. Instinct refines itself. This is no longer entertainment, it is engagement. The referee clears his throat again, softer this time. He steps back a half step, creating distance he did not know he needed. The ropes creak faintly as someone leans away from them. The sound seems louder than it should. Bruce's eyes lift, just enough, not to challenge, to acknowledge. He meets Ali's gaze fully now, not defiant, not submissive, present. Time stretches again. In that stretched moment, the crowd feels something unsettling take shape, not fear, recognition. The sense that they are watching a man who does not need momentum to act and does not need action to hold power. Bruce does not prepare to strike. He prepares to wait. And the room begins to understand that waiting in his hands is not hesitation at all. Ali breaks the silence himself, not with movement, with sound. A short breath through his nose, controlled, measured. The kind that usually comes before laughter or rhythm, but neither follows. His eyes stay on Bruce, studying without judgment. The crowd expects swagger, they expect commentary. Ali has always given them that. This time, he does not. He shifts his weight once, settling more firmly into the canvas. It is subtle, but the fighters in the room notice this is not casual anymore. This is grounding, preparation, without guard. Ali lifts one glove and taps his own jaw again, slower than before. The invitation remains, but the tone has changed. What was once playful now carries respect, edged with curiosity. He wants to understand what stands in front of him. "You sure?" he asks. The question is not loud. It is not meant for the room. It is meant for the man a few feet away. Bruce does not answer. He does not nod. He does not shake his head. He does not change his expression. He lets the question fall and break on the floor between them. That silence lands heavier than any reply could have. Ali's eyebrows lift just slightly, then relax. He exhales longer this time. He spreads his arms wider, opening himself fully. No trick, no feint, he means it. The champion offers his body without defense, not out of arrogance now, but out of commitment. Whatever this is, he will meet it honestly. The room reacts as one, a collective tightening. Someone near the back mutters under their breath. Another presses their lips together, uneasy. This is no longer about winning or losing. It feels closer to consent, to an agreement made without witnesses, speaking aloud. The referee raises his hand halfway, then lowers it again. There is nothing to signal. No bell to ring, no round to start. The moment refuses structure. Bruce takes one step forward, not fast, not slow, exact. The distance closes. 2 feet now, close enough that breath could be felt. If either man chose to notice it, Bruce's hands remain at his sides. His shoulders stay loose. He does not coil. He does not load. Ali's eyes narrow, not in suspicion, but in focus. He tracks Bruce's center, not his hands. His instincts sharpen, searching for what is missing. The crowd holds still. No one speaks. No one moves. The invitation hangs in the air, fully accepted by both men now. Whatever happens next will belong to this choice, to stand open, to step forward, to trust silence over spectacle. Bruce does not strike, not yet, and in that suspended second, Ali understands something has already shifted beyond recall. 4 seconds, not counted aloud, not marked by sound. Felt, the pause stretches, thin and deliberate, like a held breath that refuses release. Bruce stands close enough now that the details matter. The rise of Ali's chest, the stillness in his shoulders, the way confidence has settled into readiness. Ali does not flinch. He does not pull back. He honors the invitation he offered. Bruce does nothing. That is when the room changes. Someone near the ropes shifts their weight and stops halfway, as if movement itself might be a mistake. A trainer lowers his eyes without knowing why. The referee's hands hover near his sides, uncertain, unnecessary. Silence presses in, heavier than sound ever could. Tally feels it first, not fear. Recognition. The absence of motion becomes information. Bruce is not hesitating. He is measuring something that cannot be rushed. Timing not bound to clocks. Distance not measured in inches. Ali's instincts sharpen, searching for rhythm, for signal, for intent, but Bruce gives none. The power balance tilts without spectacle. Ali's jaw tightens a fraction. His breathing adjusts, deeper now. He is still offering himself, but awareness has replaced ease. For the first time since he lowered his hands, Ali wonders not about danger but about inevitability. Bruce takes one final step. It is small, almost polite. Now he is exactly where he wants to be. The crowd does not react. They cannot. The moment has narrowed too far for noise. Everything unnecessary has fallen away. There are only 2 bodies and a pause that refuses to end. Bruce's eyes stay on Ali's center. Not his face, not his hands. Somewhere deeper, somewhere honest. Ali remains open. Then, Bruce moves. Not with effort, not with announcement. A single restrained motion, so compact it barely registers as action. No wind-up, no visible tension, just a precise release from stillness. The contact is brief, clean, almost gentle to the eye. The sound is wrong, not a crack, not a thud, a short, sharp interruption, like breath being cut mid-word. Ali's body reacts before his mind can. His arms drop, his knees soften, his breath vanishes. He does not fall dramatically. He folds, controlled and stunned, sinking to one knee, then both hands touch the canvas instinctively, grounding him as his body searches for air that does not arrive. The room freezes. No cheers, no gasps, only the sudden understanding that something irreversible has occurred in silence. Bruce is already still again. His hand has returned to his side, his posture unchanged. He does not look down in triumph. He waits. And in that waiting, the pause ends, not because time moves on, but because the balance of the room has shifted forever. Ali does not collapse. That detail matters. He stays upright, balanced on his knees, hands flat against the canvas, as if the floor itself is lending him steadiness. His head hangs for a moment, not in defeat, but in recalibration. His body searches for something it expects to find: air, rhythm, control, and does not. The silence breaks, not with noise, but with movement. The referee drops beside him. Careful not to touch, he waits. He understands instinctively that interference would be wrong. Ali's shoulders rise once, sharply. Nothing follows. A second attempt brings a thin intake, incomplete, unsatisfying. The champion's face tightens, not in pain but in disbelief. This has never happened to him like this. He has been hit hard. He has been hurt. He has been rattled and rocked and shaken. This is different. This is not force overwhelming force. This is interruption, something precise enough to slip past strength entirely. Bruce remains where he is. He does not step back. He does not step forward. He does not reach out. His stillness is not indifference. It is respect. He understands what is happening in Ali's body and knows that time, not attention, is what is required. He waits without urgency, without concern for how the moment looks. Ali draws another breath. This one stays. His chest expands slowly, carefully, as if he is relearning how. His shoulders loosen by degrees. Awareness returns before pride does. He lifts his head and looks up. Bruce is there, unmoved, uncelebrating, present. Their eyes meet, and something passes between them that no one else can access. Not explanation, recognition. Ali sees it clearly now. The restraint that chose not to embarrass him, the precision that could have done more and did not. Ali reaches up without speaking. Bruce takes the hand. The contact is brief, steady. Bruce applies no force beyond what is necessary to help Ali rise. Ali comes to his feet under his own power, unsteady but upright. The champion exhales once, long and controlled, reclaiming his body piece by piece. He looks around the ring, at the crowd, at the referee, then back to Bruce. No joke arrives, no bravado, only a quiet nod. The room exhales with him. People begin to move again, unsure what to do with their hands, their voices, their certainty. Arguments form in glances. Questions assemble without language. The moment resists interpretation. Bruce releases Ali Sip's hand and steps back. The space between them returns, but it is no longer the same space. Something has ended here. Something else has begun. Bruce does not stay for the noise. It starts softly, chairs shifting, feet scraping, a breath released too loudly, then voices attempt to return, unsure of their volume, unsure of their right to speak at all. The room tries to understand what it has just witnessed, and fails in a dozen different ways at once. Bruce steps toward the ropes. No announcement, no acknowledgement. A hand reaches out as he passes. Someone wants to stop him, or thank him, or ask a question that feels suddenly urgent. Bruce does not slow. He slips between the ropes with the same quiet ease he entered, as if the ring has already released him. Ali remains where he is. He stands alone in the center now, shoulders squared, breath steady again. Trainers approach but stop short. They rid his face and hesitate. This is not a moment to interrupt. Ali looks out over the crowd, and for the first time that night, he does not perform. People wait for him to say something. He doesn't sit. That silence does the work. Bruce walks through the narrow aisle forming instinctively ahead of him. Eyes follow, some with awe, some with doubt, some with relief that they were here to see it. No one blocks his path. The door opens. Night air slips in. Bruce disappears without turning back. Inside the ring, Ali finally moves. He lifts one glove, not high, not for applause. He points once toward the empty space where Bruce stood moments ago. The gesture is small, clear, intentional. It stills the room again. Those who understand, understand. Those who don't set will argue for years. Ali lowers his hand and exhales slowly. The weight of the moment settles into him, not as loss, but as knowledge. Something he did not have before now lives in him quietly. It will surface later, in private conversations, in moments when no microphones are listening. The crowd begins to fracture. Stories form immediately, already changing shape. Some insist it was staged. Some insist it was impossible. Some insist they saw something no one else did. None of it matters anymore. What mattered has already left the building. Ali steps toward the ropes at last, pauses, and looks once more at the place where silence took power away from strength. He nods to no one in particular. The ring lights hum on. Life resumes. But the balance has shifted, and it will never fully shift back.